Hello everyone and welcome. In this video we're going to continue coding our snake game, and the goal for today is to create the grid. So before we start coding the actual grid, let me define a section here called colors, and let's define a few colors. In Pygame, colors are defined using the RGB method. So RGB stands for red, green, and blue, and each color is going to be represented by a tuple of 3 values that are going to contain the amount of red, green, and blue that a certain color has. So this allows us to represent basically any color using this method. So let's create a color for the background. There's going to be a light gray 60, 60, 60. Then we're going to create a gray that's going to be a little bit lighter for the lines. So 50, 50, and 50. And that's basically it. Okay, so now let me create here a section called functions. We're going to draw our grid using a function. So let me say define draw grid, and this is going to take in a tile size. So the tile size is going to be the size of each tile of the grid. So each square of the grid is going to have a certain tile size. It's going to be tile size by tile size, okay? So the first thing to do is to fill the screen with our background color. So we can do this by using a built-in Pygame method called fill. So let me say screen.fill and bg. So this is going to fill the screen with our background color, which we defined up here. Now let's start drawing the vertical lines. So draw vertical lines. So I'm going to code this first, and I'm going to explain after, okay? So for x in range, tile size, screen width, screen width, and tile size again, I'm going to use a function in Pygame that allows us to draw a line. So Pygame.draw.line, and this is going to take in a few arguments. This is going to take in the surface where we're going to draw the line. This is going to be our screen. It's going to take in the color of our line, which is going to be the gray that we define up there. And then we're going to have a starting position for our line and an ending position for our line. The starting position is going to be x0. The end position is going to be, so let me think, it's going to be x and screen height, like so. So let me explain what is happening. So we're going to have an x that ranges from tile size to the screen width. Okay, so we start at the tile size and we go all the way up to screen width with a step of tile size. So first we're going to draw a line at the tile size, then we're going to draw a line at tile size times 2, then tile size times 3, and so on until the end of the screen, until screen width. And we're going to draw this line starting at the position x0. So tile size 0, tile size times 2, 0, tile size times 3, 0, and so on. And the line is going to end at that same x, but at the screen height. So let me explain why this works. So let's consider this example right here. So for example, we're going to start at a certain x, it doesn't matter, 0, right? So x0 is going to be here. And in Pygame, the y-axis is inverted. So 0 is up here, and the screen height is going to be down here because y is going to increase as we go down. So it starts at 0, increases, 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 and here is the screen height. Okay, so we're going to start our line at x0, and we're going to go all the way down to screen height, and we're going to end our line at x, at that same x, but at the screen height. Okay, so that is why this works. So let me just define here a tile size. So let me say game variables, and let me say tile size equals, for example, 30. And let me go here to my main loop, and let me say draw grid, and we're going to call draw grid with this tile size. Okay, so I forgot something really important, which is to update our game. So let me say pygame.display.update, and this is going to update our game. So each time our loop runs, we're going to do something, and our screen is going to update. Even if you do something without this method right here, nothing is going to happen because we haven't updated the game window. So if I run this, this should work. Okay, so now we have vertical lines. It seems like I've changed the colors. This is actually going to be gray, and this is going to be background. And let me run this now. Okay, that's a little bit better. So we're going to have a background color. We're going to have vertical lines. Now let's draw the horizontal lines. So let me say draw horizontal lines. We're going to do the same thing. So for Y in range, tile size, and this time it's going to be the screen height and tile size, like so. We're going to draw another line. So pygame.draw.line. We're going to draw onto our screen. It's going to be gray. The starting position is going to be 0 y, and our end position is going to be, so let me think, it's going to be the screen width and our y, like so. So if I run this now, this should draw the vertical and horizontal lines, and there you go, we have our grid. So that's it for this video. We've drawn our grid. It's pretty simple to do. I hope you understood what was happening. So thank you so much for watching. In the next video, we're going to start actually coding the snake, and I'll see you then.